Hey, everybody. Thank you for being here. Jumping right into it. Uh, the workshop today is about how your website is costing you jobs. So, 7 fixes that you can do for your painting or epoxy business. Those are the uh, only types of businesses that we work with here at Sharpline as painting and epoxy pros. So, these are 7 of the steps that we do for each one of our clients on every website that we build. These are the main 7 things that move the needle the most, or they help the most to get more projects and more visibility online. So the issue is your phone is quieter than you'd like it to be. Maybe you got a couple calls last week, a few estimates. You spent maybe you spent you went all out on a website that was supposed to make this easier. You got people looking at it, but none of them are calling you. That's kind of what we're going to go through now. So that's the version of your business where the site itself is the bottleneck, not the ads, not the market that you're in. It's your actual website. So in the next 30 minutes or so, I'm going to walk through those 7 specific steps or fixes that can change that. And by the end, you'll know exactly what to do. You're the one doing your website, or you pass it along to whoever is managing that. Of course, we are a marketing company, so if you do need help with that, we'd be happy to help. But this workshop is to give you the info so you can go and do it on your own. So my name is Matt. I am the owner here at Sharpline Marketing. And again, we do digital marketing, internet marketing for painting and epoxy contractors only. One of our epoxy clients here in Arizona, one of our longer clients, we've been with them for we're going on 2 years now. But in April here, they pulled in 43 leads in a single month, which helped them close $82,000 in jobs. That all came from Google and their website. So their Google profile and their website together, they are running Google ads too, but they have that foundation in place. So that website was a big part of it. So let's get into what changed for them so you can use those changes for yourself. Most people are looking for a painter or an epoxy floor. When homeowners are looking for that right now, they're pulling out their phone. And the part that most contractors don't realize is that Google has said that more than half the people will leave a page if it takes more than 3 seconds to load on mobile. So if your site is slow, you've already lost the homeowner before they can even see what you offer on your website. And then Google watches what happens. It sees people click to your website and leave without calling. Google can track that. So it sees nobody's filling out your contact form, and it stops sending people to your website, right? Your rankings drop, you get lower in those search results. So your pipeline gets thinner. Maybe if you're running ads, you raise your ad spend to even that out. But if you were to just fix the site, all of that flips in the other direction. You get the same ad spend, more book jobs, better Google rankings. And that's what, again, this session is about. So your site has 3 seconds to load and 3 more to make sense. After that, the homeowner's gone and they're not coming back. So the 3 things that are doing the damage, right? Your photos, some of this is a little more on the technical side, but still good for you to know. If you have huge photos that aren't compressed, if it's not resized, it could take longer to load. Same if you have a video. I always like having videos on a site, but they need to be set up specifically for a website. They need to be optimized so they're not slowing everything down. And the third thing is if your website, this doesn't happen so much now with page builders and how websites are built, but if it was built specifically for a laptop and nobody has intentionally updated the mobile version of it. It's not going to be as it's not going to convert as well on a phone, right? You can always squish a site down for mobile, but if it's not built specifically for mobile, it's not gonna work as well. So 2 fixes on this. The number one, right? Make the page fast on a phone. Shrink that big photo, optimize it. Make sure if there's a video that plays on its own when the page loads on mobile, a lot of times we'll either replace it with an image because you don't have a lot of room on your phone to begin with. Videos are kind of hard to see if you have text in front of it, that kind of thing. If it takes more than 3 seconds to load, you need to fix it. So number 2 is build it for the phone. Make sure it works on a phone and it's built for that, not built for a laptop and just squished down so it fits, right? It needs to be specific. So the load speed, when a site goes from 6 to 7 seconds to load down to 2 or 3 seconds, the same ad spend that you're spending or the same amount of traffic that's coming to your site, you'll get more phone calls. You'll get more estimates from that because the customers aren't just getting frustrated and leaving. So the math gets different really fast. Now, the next thing we want to look at here is making calling you frictionless. The homeowner is on your page. They want to call you. We see that the most is in stats and analytics. They're looking for phone numbers. They want to call you and they want to see what you actually do. Before they want to call you, right? They look for that button. If it takes them more than a second to find that call button, they're probably going to leave. A lot of homeowners, when they're searching Google, they're already ready to get the quote, right? They're looking for a painter near me. They're looking for an exterior repaint or an exterior, I want to paint my house. Who's the local painter? They find someone, they want to call you for an estimate. So if they can't easily do that in just a few seconds online, everybody's got a short attention span, they're going to leave. So that brings us to the 3 things most painter and epoxy sites get wrong. The phone number is on your site, but maybe it's in the footer, or it's only on the contact page, or maybe it's real small up top and it disappears. If you're on a phone, and as soon as they scroll down the page, the phone number's gone. The contact form, maybe you have a contact form that has a ton of fields in it, right? A name, a phone number, email, their address, what project they want, what's their budget, how you heard about us, fill out a message. You don't need all that. And then 5 different buttons if you have a homepage, on your homepage fighting for different attention. So if you have a button saying, click here to get a quote, and then another one, schedule, free estimate, contact, call now. Each one's a little different. People get confused. They need a very streamlined experience to get through to contacting you. So 3 fixes on that, right? Your phone number needs to be on the top at all times, especially on mobile. If they're scrolling through your phone or scrolling through your site on mobile, your phone number needs to be locked to the top of that site, scrolling with them. So it's always easy for them to call. You want to make it as frictionless as possible. No clicking through a menu, no contact page, just always there. Pick one main call to action, one main button, right? Get a free estimate if you offer that, or call now. Just pick one of them. Don't alternate through a bunch of different verbiage or how to say it. Make it consistent. Then the next thing, number 5 here, is only the least amount of fields possible on your form. So name, phone, email, what you need, maybe 3 or 4 boxes, and that's it. It used to only do name, email, and the service you're looking for. But of course, we've added in phone numbers now because everybody wants to get text messages. Now, excuse me. Sorry about that. Here we go. Okay, let's drop something off my desk here. You got to earn the trust before they ever call, right? There's a lot of noise online, especially these days, more and more. A lot of information out there, a lot of, different companies that go online. So painting and epoxy, they're a big purchase, right? It could be a scary purchase for a homeowner. They're letting a stranger into their house. They're paying deposits up front. They've heard horror stories from their neighbors on different companies. So if your site isn't doing any trust building before they call, you're going to get less calls. So three things making homeowners pass, right? So if you have stock photos, right? Everyone's seen the stock painter in white coveralls painting, right? Or fake painting. Anyone can tell you those aren't real. So it's going to deter a homeowner. Is this company in my area? Are they a huge franchise that's an hour away? The next thing is reviews. Put the reviews on your website. You can embed Google reviews on your website. Most people aren't going to click out to see reviews. If they're already on your site, you want to keep them there. So embed the reviews on your site. And then a vague service area, right? We see this a lot where we are in Northern Arizona, but bigger companies down in Phoenix will say we serve the Phoenix area. And there's so many different cities around that could be close to the Phoenix area. Most people want someone that's in their actual neighborhood. So make sure you have specific service areas so homeowners know. And I kind of jumped the gun on that, but the 2 fixes for this one, right? You want real proof sitting on the page. So real photos, your team, jobs you've done. You could take, screenshots of reviews you've got and put those on. You want real stuff, it doesn't have to be a photo shoot. Take a picture of your truck in front of a job if you have branding on the truck, that kind of thing. Your license number, insurance. If you're with any, Chamber of Commerce or anything like that. Sorry, not sure what that was. Putting those local trust, symbols on your website. That Northern Arizona client I told you about, or I mentioned at the beginning, when we rebuilt their site, they had real video reviews from homeowners in their finished garage, or not from homeowners, real video of them working at a home, right? So it's actual video of their guys doing the job, right? You can tell by the style of the house that it's this area. And that kind of thing takes a visitor from thinking about it to, oh, let me call those. That looks like my house. So the next thing is a page for each town you work on. So if you do have multiple cities or towns, you need to split that up. So a page for each service that you offer. So you need a page for exterior, you need a page for interior. And then you need a page, right, for each town. So it can get pretty big into a cluster of pages of interior painters in Los Angeles, exterior painters in Los Angeles, or interior painters in Encino, that kind of thing. So the pages need to be as specific as possible, so Google can tell you offer that service in that specific area. So what those can all do when a homeowner sees that real proof, they see those reviews and a page that names their specific town. You stop being just another link or another site, right? Another generic site on Google. You become obvious. You become more of a neighbor to them, and then you get the call. So, what we offer, we have a foundation program, the whole thing. All those 7 fixes that I talked about, the phone, the form, the website, the proof, the reviews, the service pages. Some of you are going to take this and go fix everything yourself. Some of you are going to go to your guy that you have and say, hey, are we doing this all right? Let's fix it. But others, if you need this done, that's what the foundation program is for. It sets up your website with all these things. We only work with painters and epoxy companies. So we have a proven system in place that works consistently. So again, you get a lead generating website. That's what we just talked about. Your Google business profile dialed in, automated leads, or automated lead follow-up. So if somebody contacts you, if they fill out a form, we're sending them text messages or emails, whichever you'd like, in an automated way so you aren't forgetting about them. And then a 5-star review funnel, so the reviews come in a little easier. So same type of thing. It can auto send out that email or text asking for those reviews. And then on-site SEO, we want your website to be showing up. We didn't touch on that a whole bunch, but some of that content kind of fits into that. But we want Google to understand your business and what you offer and where. So everything from those last 17 minutes is built into this foundation website piece. So the other 4 pieces make the website work harder. They fix the site, but never follow up with the leads. So you fixed half that problem. The foundation here is the whole engine. Now this works for epoxy painters who might already be doing good business, getting work, have referrals, and they want to stack another pipeline on top of it. If you're already booked out 6 months and you don't want any more work, obviously you don't need this. It's not for you. Summertime is obviously a good time to put this in place. If you're going to have a slow winter, you can make sure that you have everything in a row ready to get some more interior work in the winter, be more visible when you're not booked out. But if you've got the time to do it yourself and you want to handle it, that's a great path. Those 7 fixes we covered they're all yours. If you do want help putting all this in place, book a strategy session. I'll put the link here in the chat. It's not a sales call. We just look through what you got going on online, where your business is at, and if our foundation program is the right fit, then we can talk about it and set you up. It's an easy process. If it isn't, we'll let you know that too. Like I said, this doesn't work for everybody, so no pressure on that. But to recap, we got 3 seconds. Phone and form, proof and reviews. That's where it starts. Same visitors, but more booked jobs. So that's the whole session there. Thanks for being here. Book a call if you're interested. I'll see you next time. Thanks.